Alright everyone, yes, the title is true. No, we're not kidding. No, this isn't a false alarm. Yes, I got new handlebars and they're in this box. No, I'm not going to tell you what they are. We're just going to get right into this box and show you firsthand. So, no more going back after this point. Let's do this. There have been a lot of people in the past who have asked me why I ride the handlebars I ride. Or said, ew, I don't like your handlebars. Or just had something to say in general. But you know what? There's also been a lot of people who liked the handlebars I rode, including me. And I felt like after a couple years of riding those, it was time to get a new pair of handlebars. So we're just going to get into this thing. We're going to show you what we've got in here. And a lot of you guys liked the top-down cam, so we're going to keep using it from now on, and it's going to reveal the handlebars, because you can't see them yet. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I'm just kidding. I'll turn it around so you guys can see. We've got... Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I did it. But can you see what I did yet? It looks like I've been saran wrapped. We'll take this part out first. Can you see that? Here, we've got a top down for a reason. This is like that game at your family Christmas party where you gotta open up the saran wrap and all of the dollar things from the Dollar Tree fall out of it as you're doing it. Sorry in advance to anyone who's not a fan of saran wrap. It's pretty fitting though. Especially considering what we're opening. Have you figured it out yet? Oh. Jeez. Is anything I'm not good at? It's opening packaging. Yeah, I made that. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new set of Nowhere BMX street treats. These are 9.5s. They didn't get them made in 9s this time, so we got 9.5s. I tricked you. Maybe I didn't. Maybe you knew. But either way, the bars I had been riding on my bike were about 2 or more years old now, so I figured it's probably time to get a new set. So we did. And now that we've opened them, we can cut to putting them on the bike. So the first thing we need to do is take off our brake lever and then our bars. So we'll take off our lever here. This is going to be another one of those pretty casual videos. But you know, sometimes I feel like you guys enjoy watching these kinds of things. So let's do it. Taking off the lever, we got to take it all the way out. And we're going to leave it attached, obviously, because my brake cables are attached to my gyro. Then we're going to take off the bars. This feels like it's like the 5th time I've loosened these bolts up recently. Now's where I got to be careful that the bars don't fall down on me. We have to remember, don't let me forget, the machined part goes in the front. The longer end is in the back. And the machined one with the Alienation logo is on the left. There's the old bars. Now, for some reason, these bars, these new ones, feel like they are like massively bigger than the old ones. I don't really know how to tell this with the grips still on. The new ones are supposed to be 9.5s. I don't remember having 8.5-inch versions of these. I might have, but I don't remember it. Hopefully it's not too weird to adjust to some taller bars. I think I need to grab the air compressor hose and get these grips off. Before we can do that, we gotta take off the bar ends. Totally forgot about that part. Two. Now you can get a better look at things. Those are most definitely bigger, obviously. So now the next step is to put these guys on the bike. Gotta remember where these things were at. So we had this one on this side. Let's start it up. Then this one was on this side. One thing you really want to make sure of when you put bars on is that you've got them centered in the stem. This looks correct. So I'm going to snug one side down enough to hold them in place. Now we got to do our crisscross pattern. I want to make sure they're where I want them first. Probably like right there. When you do this, and I always will point this out when I'm tightening stem bolts, you want the gap to be exactly the same in all four spots. What I mean by that is the gap in the front between the two different parts of the stem needs to be the same on both sides, as well as on both sides of the back, and then between the front and the back. You need to make sure the gap is even all the way around if you don't want to break your face. If your stem breaks, just don't go there. You don't want your stem to break. Perfect even gap all the way around on all sides. Now you just want to make sure that it's snug in the right amount all the way around. Basically using your arm as a torque wrench, because once you've been working on your bike long enough, you kind of get a gauge for how tight things need to be. And I'm going to call that good. So there we go. I suppose the next step before we put on grips or the brake lever is going to be to cut these bars, because these are 30 inches wide right now and I need 28 and a half or 28. I might go a half inch shorter this time. Not sure yet. I'll decide. And then we'll get these things marked up and cut. Alright, we got the length measured and marked that we want to cut off on this side here. After this piece is cut, I'm going to use the part that falls off of it to mark the other side so that we can cut off the exact same amount from both sides. They were just under 30 inches wide whenever I measured, so I made it 3/4 of an inch off each side to put us just under 28 and a half inches, not 80. 80-inch handlebars. It's like that Tom Dugan picture. Either way, though, we're going to take our park tool saw guide and put it onto the bars. This gives us a nice square cut. So we want to put it on here, and Sharpie on black handlebars is kind of hard to see. So let's see if we can find it there. Now what I want to do is use the saw to check where we put it and double check and make sure that it's good. Don't know why I turned that off. Looks perfect to me, but just because of the experience we had working on John's bike the other day, I'm going to take this guide off and I'm going to measure twice and cut once. Measure twice, cut once.
Half inch is a half inch, no matter how many times you measure it.
Measure twice, cut once.
Who said that part? I think I did. So we've got a mark to go off of here. That mark is exactly 3/4 of an inch. So we are good to go. We're getting there though. We're definitely getting there. Whew! Man, these bars got some thick tubing to them. Should be strong. We got a pretty gnarly storm running through. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it's pretty loud. Hopefully the power doesn't go out. Somebody told me that a drop of chain lube in there will make it that much better. So I'm gonna grab some chain lube and I'm gonna try it and we'll see if it helps. We got the Park Tool chain lube, we got the saw guide. I'm gonna start this and then I'm gonna put a drop of chain lube in there. Seems like it would make sense. Anytime machinists drill things, they're using some kind of lubrication, so it makes perfect sense. Would it be a video working on my bike if I didn't drop something? They might be off by like 1/2 millimeter. But honestly, 1/2 millimeter, really? Next up, time to put the grips back on. Very simple when you have an air compressor to do this. If you don't have an air compressor, I recommend using rubbing alcohol. It dries super fast and allows your grips to go on super fast as well. Done with one. Done with two. I would rather not reuse these grips, but sad news is they don't make those grips anymore. So I have to find some new grips to use. So if you guys have any suggestions for grips similar to ODIs, like these, how they have the vertical lines, but are bigger. I like the ODI grips, but they're too small. Bar ends are in. Now, brake lever. This is going to be a little interesting because the bars are taller and my cables were sized for my other bars, but I think that it's going to be fine. Yeah, it appears like it's going to be fine anyways. Man, in all honesty, I don't know how this would work, but my brakes feel better. That is weird. How is that even possible? My brakes literally feel better. Ooh, I can tell these bars are different though, just by grabbing them. Let's take it out of the stand. They might not be too entirely different. Should we do a hot bar? I think we should probably do a hot bar. First try. So we got the new bars on the bike, a fresh pair of Nowhere BMX street treats in 9.5 instead of 9-inch. So I'm excited to get out and get a session on these things and see how they feel. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new here or you haven't yet, consider hitting the subscribe button while you're down there, and hopefully that'll mean we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.